Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to adjust your returns for inflation. I came across this handy little package here called CPI. You can install it like so, and I'll show you a couple ways you can calculate returns based on your data, and then I'll show you how to get the inflation levels for that time period, calculate the rate, and then apply that rate to your returns. So all we need is CPI, some kind of way to get our stock data, and then pandas and numpy for data frames and doing some number manipulation. It does take a little bit of time to import that CPI, but basically what we'll do is grab Apple, and we're just going to do from 2020 to 2023 in intervals of a month. And then our data frame will look like this. Open, high, low, close, adjusted close volume. You can see it's daily. Excuse me, you can see it's monthly here. Now we're going to calculate our log returns by doing np log data adjusted close divided by the adjusted close of shifted by 1. And you could also do a simple you could also do this simply. You could say something like data dot simple return equals data. I would do adjusted close, and then all you would have to do is PCT change, right? And so your data after that should look something like this. So the next step is to get your inflation data, and you can just call series.get, put that into a series, and put that into a data frame. If we look at what that looks like, it's got a ton of different rows here and just a lot of columns. So the next thing we need to do is query just the information that we need. So we can query period type is equal to monthly and year is greater than or equal to 2018. That's what I wrote in creating this, but since we've only pulled 2020, we'll just put our year here. And we want all the location for the date and values, and we set the index as a date. And we'll rename value as CPI because that's what it is. And then I noticed that your index is not a date time index, so be sure to change that. And our query should look something like so, right? So here's our series. It's a big long data frame for each month with our inflation data. So we calculate the rate in a similar manner for calculating a simple return. We just take the percentage change over time. And the first 12 rows for the first year should look something like this. We have our inflation and we have our inflation rate. Great. So now we need to combine the data with our inflation. Just do data.join, and our new data frame should look something like this. So we have open, high, low, close, adjusted close, volume, our log returns, our simple returns, our inflation, and our inflation rate. So we have all of the information we need in our data. Now we just need to adjust a returns with our inflation rate. So we'll create a new column, and I'll call it the real log returns, and that's equal to the log returns plus 1 divided by the inflation rate plus 1 minus 1. Great. And let's plot the difference between the log returns and the real returns starting from 2021. And you can see it's not terribly different, but there is some gaps here and there that might be really relevant if you were doing, if you were trying to calculate your returns between April and July. And you can see that the blue line is the log returns and the real log returns is the orange line. So you can definitely see that the orange line is trending lower in many of these areas. So it's good to be sure to factor in your inflation rate with your returns, just so you know you're understanding what kind of actual returns that you're getting. Especially if it's cumulative, this is definitely something that you'd want to take into account. So very short video today. I hope that's cool with you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, please consider subscribing or watching another video. I really appreciate it. Bye.